Hey there, it's Andrea from Doing Business as Yourself, and I had I have this part of my design. So if you're not already familiar with human design, I weave human design into all of my conversations about marketing and sales and so forth, because it just has blown my awareness of what works for me and what doesn't wide open, and for other people, the people that I guide and coach and whatever. It has made me a better, it's given me clues as to how to be able to guide people better. Anyway, it's not what this video is about. This video is about, I had this thing pop in my head, or these things come together in my head just now in the bathroom as I was brushing my teeth. And also because of a conversation I was having with my husband just prior to that. So seeds of possibility is sort of the theme for this video. And one thing you should know is that my human design view, is possibility. So that's, if yours happens to be the opposite, which is probability, maybe, take this not as on board as I feel strongly about in this case. But here's the point. There's these seeds, as an example. This is a little pumpkin patch that self-volunteered after we dumped our jack-o'-lantern there in that spot. And this morning, so this is one piece. This morning I made a sale, and this happens a lot. I'll be in the bathroom, I'll be in bed, I'll be wherever, I'll be in the car, I'll be delivering a kid somewhere or picking one up. And I was still in bed this morning and completed a sale, personally completed a sale with somebody. Like, she wasn't sure, she didn't know where the button was, she didn't know, she knew she was ready for a thing, but I didn't have the button ready, so I just gave her my PayPal Me link, is what ended up happening. And while I'm still horizontal, a sale happens. The seeds of possibility for that were sown through a video that I made prior to this, which in this case was the observed observer one. If you're on my channel, and you can look for that there. I was just distracted by Mr. Chachi in the background sitting on a porch. And even if you are probability view, so I see possibilities in all kinds of things. There's always like this, for me, it's always this cup half full. How do we get around whatever the thing seems to be the obstacle? The obstacle is the way that book was titled for someone like me, because I also have another piece of my design that is about stepping around the shit, like not even seeing the shit, just stepping on around it. But the point here is that the seeds for that sale this morning happened way before this morning. So, and it was my content and my connection, my personal connection with this person, like personal private messaging and responding in groups and so forth, which has been an MO of mine for years. Just without any, as long as I'm doing it without any expectation and any need for a particular outcome, it's so groovy and smooth, and it all comes together when it's supposed to come together. So there's a lot of people that I run into who are super resistant to the idea of video in particular, and I just cannot tell you often enough, I guess, that it's the shortest path to people feeling like they know, like, and trust you, and making a transaction of some kind, or a commitment of some kind, or buying into your message and mission and whatever it is that is important to you. The people who are right for it can only filter through to you if you're making content or showing up somewhere that they can engage with that thing. And if it's recorded, for me, is like brilliant, because I can not have to repeat myself multiple times. There's probably a video somewhere that you can hear me saying that more than once. So yeah, I just wanted to, the seeds of possibility have to be sown. Oh, here's the piece that I got from John this morning, my husband. So he sells things. I sell things that tend to be more informational or access related. You know, access to me, information products that have been developed by myself or somebody else, and I make a commission, and as an affiliate or JV partner or whatever. And he tends to sell things, he doesn't get that kind of selling. He tends to sell things that are hard and lumpy. So in his case, motorcycles, parts for cars and motorcycles, tools, that sort of thing. And so the way that he's been cleaning out some, like we have stuff that could be sold, but it needs to be actively sold through some kind of channel like Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. And he gets a little frustrated with people who don't show up when they say they'll come for the thing. But my point to him was, because I said, oh, I just made a sale while I was laying in bed, and he's like, I didn't make a sale, they didn't show up, was kind of his perspective. And I was like, okay, fine, but put some more stuff out there, because what we need ultimately are portals for people to be able to say yes to. And if somebody comes for a set of wheels, then they'll see all of the other stuff that is here that's available for sale. But if you don't have, and this translates directly to the marketing and the content and the being able to be identified and recognized by other people as somebody to lean into. If you don't have multiple portals, whether it's content or opt-in funnels, or even to a not so scalable degree, sometimes it can be a Facebook, and quite successfully actually, it can be Facebook interaction. I've dealt with not scalable options and made 6 figures for years, right? So, but it's time to, that's like a hustle. That's a hustle and grind position versus making all the portals that need to be made. So think about that in terms of your willingness to show up today. Even if you have this probability view, don't need it to be as particular outcome. Just put stuff together, and that's, in some ways it can be for yourself. So I'll need to watch this again and be reminded of this at some point, and I'll watch it and be reminded. Do things that are journalistic of your experience, instead of worrying about being an expert or moving people down a particular path, because they'll come from whatever direction they're going to come from if the seeds are sown. So yeah, seeds of possibility. That's my today message. So go sow some. This is one for me to you. Later. Bye.